Well, I think two on the, or maybe even three, on the State Department side, ITAR side. I think it's really very, very important for the delegates to understand about the current vacancy rate within the Directorate of Defense Trade Controls, 45% vacancy in the licensing office, even more in the compliance office. So why are we surprised that licensing times have grown from 4 to 6 weeks to now 2 to 3 months? Secondly, I would hope they would take away the news that the State Department is planning to completely reorganize the international traffic in arms regulations. That's going to be coming out in 3 parts. Should be coming out sometime this year, the first part at least. And reorganizing not in terms of changing the rules, but simply reorganizing in terms of let's place all the definitions in one section. Let's place all the exemptions in one place, so forth and so on. And then finally, on the EAR side, both what Kevin Wolf and I talked about is the legislation that's currently before the U.S. Congress that, among other things, would restore the statutory authority for the Export Administration Regulations, but also is likely to result in significant new export control restraints on Chinese, on exports to Chinese entities, and including deemed exports to Chinese researchers in the U.S., so forth and so on. Well, I don't necessarily see a divergence in terms of policy between the U.S. and NATO member, EU member countries, Japan, Australia. But what I do think we are seeing is a general, certainly in the U.S., we're seeing the pendulum now swing back. During the Obama years, we went through extensive export control reforms. Those reforms resulted in a loosening, not a loosening of export controls, but a rationalization, in some instances, of course, a self-empowerment of exporters and re-exporters to be able to do things without first asking, "Mother, may I?" I think we're going to see the pendulum swing back. Export controls are going to become more, are going to come back more to the forefront of government concerns. You may very well see in many instances a tightening of export controls, particularly with regard to China, as many of the speakers have discussed. I really have been pleased to be here this year because even though I have extensive experience in this area, I've picked up a number of great tips and observations. I thought Carmen Fellow's presentation, Carmen from DRS, that we just set through, was outstanding. I very much enjoyed Mark Jones's presentation this morning about what the UK MOD is doing to facilitate re-exports, retransfers of kit, particularly when they're disposing of kit, and ensuring that their industry partners are complying with U.S. re-export rules. Yesterday, again, I thought many of the presentations were very useful, and I found them almost without exception very valuable. I really enjoy the interaction that this conference offers. It's a much smaller conference by design, I believe. To some of the others, there's much more of an opportunity to sit there in the front row and ask questions and so forth. So I would say the highlight for me is the quality of the attendees. Almost without exception, you have relatively senior people from many of the European aerospace and defense companies attending the conference. Many of them I know, and so it's good to just be able to say hello, but again, it's an opportunity to really engage both interactively during the presentations and also one-on-one during the breaks.